So we're going to type in destroy. We're going to do one of these. That's a good one. Because I want to get that kill 15 of your opponent's creatures thing taken care of. Let's do some of these. We definitely want... this one, downfall is cool, I guess. Where is... this one right here. So this deadly cover-up. So this one here is destroy all creatures. So that's a good one to have, just in case we're playing somebody with a lot of creatures. We could probably just throw this one in. I mean, we probably won't get to it, because that's a little bit too much, but you never know. We can just try it. So I'll just put a couple of those in there. I don't really care too much for those. And we will go to... Let's kill some more things, yeah? Hero's Downfall should be pretty good. We'll put a couple of those in. How about just 3 of those? And we got kill those creatures. So we have what? We got 4, 8, 11, 15. So we got 15 kill spells, which is pretty good. We typically want 24 lands. We'll go ahead and keep those 24 lands. And I think that may be good. Let's do a exile thing as well, so we can exile people's graveyards. So let me see here. That's a good one. What I'm looking for, this one right here. So we can exile the creature opponent's graveyards. We can add this, which I think is pretty good. I only have 1, but that's okay. We can add some mana with this card, which is nice. Once again, I'll go over what mana is and all that stuff when we start playing. I think that's pretty good, to be honest. I mean, we can get a couple of these in here. That's fine. Destroy target creature. Each player discard a card. Let's see. We'll do one of those. Get some rid of these. That's pretty good. We can exile all kinds of stuff. We could just try this one. If it was cast, each player exiles all the I mean, that one's a little insane. I think we only need 4 more, because I'm not trying to do mixed colors here. We just want black and colorless. So... well, we got some creatures in here. It's not too bad. What else do we want to do here? I also need to figure out the microphone, because the microphone is just too... it's a little too much. It's not as loud as I would like it to be, or not as... I mean, it's loud enough, but it just sounds kind of weird, so I have to figure that out. So I do apologize for that. Something I can work on. We'll do some discard stuff, and we'll call it a deck. How about that? Easy peasy. Like I said, this is just so we can teach people how to play. So we just want standard play. We don't want to play for... you know what? Let's do ranked. All good. It's okay if I lose. No big deal. So teaching magic, and let's do some black. So like I said, black is all about killing creatures. And messing with graveyards and bringing stuff back from your graveyard. This right here is my deck list. These are all the cards in my deck. I'm going to go ahead and hide that, because I don't really care to see that. So we got some good kill spells. Exile opponent's graveyard. And let's get this going. Let's see what the opponent plays first. Like I said in the first video, you can use black, which all of our are black, so we don't have to worry about this as much. Okay, cool. Yeah, we will exile a land from our hand, because we just drew a new one. So now the turn will go back to them. Let's hope they play a creature so we can kill some, because we got 15 creatures that we need to kill. Oh, bro. Let's do that one. It's fine. It's probably going to come back and bite me in the butt. He's playing discard as well. But let's make him discard. So he's got exile and destroy creatures as well, so he may not be playing too many creatures. How about we play another one? Now we can start upgrading these. As you can tell, this one costs 1 mana. And I think we're going to need that anyway. We'll probably upgrade both of these. We might as well, right? Well, sir, I wish you would play some creatures for me so we can kill some, but it's not doing us any good here. But I may have really screwed myself, because this guy is drawing every single one of these cards. We'll get rid of that. That's cool. Perfect. He's got some kill spells anyway, but that's alright. So this goes back to my graveyard right here. So we can pay 2 and a black mana right here to exile this card from my graveyard. We can put a card on a creature that we have. We don't have any creatures. He's got another kill spell easily, because that's all he's playing. He's just trying to kill creatures too. So, sir, you're not really doing me any good. We could play this. No problema. Let's go ahead and exile his graveyard. So now he can't play these cards ever again. Dope. Yeah, look, as you can tell right here, he's got no creatures whatsoever. He is literally just trying to kill creatures. We might just let him win because this is not really doing us any good. So this will be a nice little draw engine. This will help us draw us some cards right here. So the end of our step, we got our upkeep, we got main phase, second main phase, and then we have end step. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. So now we're going to be drawing 2 extra cards every turn. But this game is not going to go anywhere because literally all these cards are kill spells. Look, that's all he has. Yeah, we may go ahead and end this one because this game is going nowhere. He has no creatures. I'm not being able to do... Yeah, you're done, bub. Sorry, everybody. That game was kind of boring, but is what it is. I don't care if I lose because I can't go any lower than gold tier 4 since I already made gold tier 4. But you only lose 1 of these little pivots, these little dots, these pips here for a loss, but if you win, you actually get to fill 2. So it's not that bad. But like I said, that game was going nowhere because all he was doing is killing creatures. He had no creatures whatsoever. So as you can see right here, we did not fulfill any of these because that guy did not help our case whatsoever. But that is okay. No big loss there. Let's see what we got going on this next one here. Hopefully this next guy we play has some creatures. Because that was very boring. So as you can see, this is going to cost us 2 mana, which each mana is represented by one of these swamps. So we will turn those sideways to represent a mana to fulfill those. But as you can tell, we only have 1 up there, so there's no spells we can play. See what kind of deck this guy has. Hopefully he has some creatures for us to kill. See what kind of cards he discards. Come on, give us some creature cards, bub. Okay, that's pretty good. Well, luckily we have that, so we can go ahead and kill him.
For this job. They'll never see us coming. Come on, Pom Pom Chan. Let's go.
So we'll go ahead and upgrade that, see if we can't get him to discard more cards. Now, these will act as creatures, so we got to kind of keep a instant spell, because instants like these can only be played on...
Bet you didn't expect to see
They can be played at any time, whereas a sorcery can only be played during our turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end this, and now we'll get rid of all those planeswalkers that he has.
Now let's run away.
So we had 3 other ones. So that felt good, getting rid of all those. Come on, sir. Please play some. Please play some creatures. So all we're doing is getting some kills. Okay, that's cool. Look, he's got this a kill spell, right? Yeah, destroy. With what was that? With mana value. So when they say mana value 3 or less, unfortunately, this has mana value of 3. But we'll play it just to get this card out of his hand, because he is gonna kill this with that card. But it is a instant, so we can play it. Oh, he's gonna tip this card, or tap it. So now this has got a counter on it, which we call a stun counter. We're gonna get rid of that, sir. Toodaloo, buckaroo. So now he's gonna be stunned for 1 turn. He's gonna stay tapped. We will not be able to attack with him. We're gonna have to wait. So that's how that works. Whenever they tap one of your creatures, if they're attacked, they can't attack. This is referred to as, why can't I remember the name? Wow, this guy is just on fire.
Whatever you need, I've got it.
Any creature you play, unless it has haste, which means they can attack right away, haha, you're not going to get any of my cards. He said oops because he played the bat and he couldn't get any of my cards. He couldn't exile any of them. Because that's what this card does. And until you kill this bat, I would not get any of my cards back. So there's another kill spell that he has. But I should be able to draw 2 cards here. Come on, give me 2 good cards, baby.
Found a way in. We got this.
That's a good one.
Pom-John.
That's a good one.
Need to reconfigure.
So now he's going to start losing life because he has 0 cards in hand. Oh, is he? Oh, I can't believe he quit. Okay, well, never mind. I don't know why he quit. We didn't necessarily have that game in a great position. He still had ways of getting around, but maybe because I killed his planeswalkers, which are what these cards were on the side. So I'll show you a planeswalker here. Oh, I better look in the exile pile because that's where we got them all. So planeswalkers here, as you can tell, let's go over one of these so you can see what these are. As you can tell, up in the top right corner, it says blue, blue. So he needs a blue mana that we need to tap, and any other mana that he can tap. So any one of these lands. As long as he pays 3, he can cast this planeswalker. So a planeswalker has like a special ability, as you can tell right here. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you'll put a loyalty counter. Loyalty counters are what is here on the bottom right. It says he has 3. So anytime he has, if this counter on the bottom right goes to 0, that planeswalker officially dies. So, but if he gets to, if he uses this +1, where each ability he has, well, this loyalty counter will go up 1. If he ever gets that to 9 without me killing it, he can do its ultimate. And the ultimates are usually really, really good. Excuse me. It's just super hard to get to those. So you get an emblem, like whenever a player casts a spell, like any spell, he creates a 2/1 blue, so you can tell it gets out of control with how many ninja tokens he can control. But like I said, extremely hard to get to the ultimate. Really, really hard. So that's that. So that's how those work. That's how the planeswalkers work. You can attack the planeswalker. And then there are some let's say, for example, we have a card where it says we play destroy all creatures. Whenever we have a destroy all creatures, that is only going to kill the creatures that are on this battlefield. It does not affect the planeswalker if he is out on the battlefield, because it does not say anything about... I wish we had another card so I could show you what it's like. So it does not say anything about planeswalkers. That one card that I have where it says destroy all creatures, if I were to play that, it would destroy everything, including my creatures as well. So that's how that works. Let's go ahead and go. We'll do a little bot match just because it doesn't really matter on bots. But I like to play Oh, we got that thing taken care of. So let's go ahead and play against a bot. Because bots are really cool to play against because they're just going to... you're just going to play against the computer, and they will play a ton of creatures. So, but we don't get any credit for destroying creatures on the bot. You either have to play a ranked match or a standard play match. In most Magic, I always like to play best of 1. There is best of 3 that you can play. I just don't really like best of 3. I'm not a big fan.
I'm a planeswalker.
So let's see if we can get this guy to play some creatures. He needs to discard. And then once we get rid of this black, let's go ahead and go to white. So let's go over these keywords. We got flying, so he can only be blocked by a creature that has reach, which none of these have reach, so we're good there. So I get to go, so we got flying, death touch, so anything were to touch this, no matter however much its life it has, it would die. Unless it has indestructible. Lifelink means any damage I do to him, I get back, gain life. So he probably won't attack because I have Death Touch. I mean, he may. It's possible. Yep, it's... So let's go ahead and kill that. So now he's going to exile his whole graveyard. Now he's going to start losing life. So go ahead and draw me 2 more cards, please.
Wow.
So now, as you can tell, if he has nothing to stop this, he's in deep trouble. Because as you can tell, this is a enchantment. So what we have here is... Oh boy, he's going to get crushed. Okay, so as you can tell right here, it's got 3 steps. Perfect. It's got 3 steps here. As this saga enters, you draw a step and add a lore counter. After it hits this 3rd one and finishes that, this goes away. It does not do anything. It just simply goes away. However, as you can see right here, this creature gains the ability, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. So no matter their life total. Let's just go ahead and attack, and we will win the game because... Boom. He's dead. Cool. Okay. So now that we know how black works, like I said, it's just pretty much showing you. Let me see, edit deck. Just kind of showing. Oh no, I didn't mean edit. My bad, dude. We'll go ahead and get rid of that one. Okay, let's go ahead and do white. I'll show you how white works, and then I'll wait till we'll do add that. Kind of make this, this is got some exile as well. We can make, let's just go ahead and make a life gain deck. I'll show you how one of those work. We can do some of these. We can do some of these. Glass casket. Banishing light. Okay, and now, oh boy. So now we will just do lifelink creatures. Okay, this has got lifelink. That'll be cool. So this is a little cool right here where it says you have hexproof. Hexproof means, as you can tell on the right, a player or permanent, which is anything that doesn't say instant or sorcery, can't be the target of spells or abilities that your opponent controls. So they really can't do anything to me. We're going to have to get rid of some of these because I don't need that many. We need some more life gain stuff, huh? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, that's what we want right there. Now, because we don't have very much cards that play that don't have any high mana costs, we can actually reduce the amount of planes that we need. We really don't need that money, we don't need that many planes if the highest paid value that we have to do is pay 3 mana to play a spell. So let's go ahead and reduce this down to about 22, and let's go ahead and add some more lifelink cards. So we'll go ahead and do. Where's another good one? This is a good one right here. There we go. So let's show you guys how lifelink works. We'll just do standard play on this one. So this does it. Whenever you do a standard play, it does not affect your total rank. It does not affect that. It has nothing to do with that, which is cool. It's just a way to test out decks to see how they do against your opponents. So this card isn't really going to do much until we have something that gives us lifelink. So none of these have lifelink except for this guy. So hopefully we will draw a card that has lifelink. Otherwise, this card really isn't worth anything. So let's just go ahead and play that for... This has got lifelink, so we can actually play this one next. So haste, it's got haste, it can go right away. It doesn't have summoning sickness. Yep, now I have hexproof, so now he can't attack me. As long as it doesn't target me, he can't play it. So let's go ahead and get this one out next so we can get some lifelink and gain some life. So as you can tell, this is its attack power, and this is its life total, essentially. So it's, what is it, strength? Power? No. I cannot remember the name for the life of me. There we go. But we don't have any counters to put on it, so it really doesn't do much. Let's see what else this guy's got. definitely be taking that guy next. So these little treasure tokens, he can use this to pay. It says add 1 mana of any color. Now this is going to gain some life. So anytime you mill cards, that means you're going to take cards blindly from the top of your deck and put them into your graveyard. And his card said he could bring back anything from the graveyard that he wanted. So that's what to mill means. If the turn comes to you and you do not have any cards to draw from, you do lose the game. So there are ways to beat your opponents where you literally make them mill their entire deck so they cannot do anything. Cool, mana value 3 or less. So on this next card that I have, I can exile this creature right here. Because as you can tell, it's mana. It only costs 1 colorless mana, as well as a green and red. What does this guy do? Alright. Let's go ahead and play this bad boy. Yeah, he knew he was cooked. My deck's just going to go get out of control. Let's go look at the view battlefield real quick. Yeah, so this card is pretty cool right here because its first ability underneath where it says, let me click this, we get on my main screen. No, we don't want that one. I want this other one. There we go. As you can tell right here, it says lifelink. So however much damage it does, that's how much life we gain. And it says here, whenever one or more other creatures you control, so any of these creatures, with power 2 or less, so it's power and toughness. Power is on the left, toughness is on the right. So whenever a creature with power 2 or less comes into play, we get to draw a card. And that's literally any time. This ability triggers only once per turn, sorry. So the cool thing about this card is, if it gets killed on the battlefield, instead of going to your graveyard and staying in your graveyard, if it was a creature, return it to the battlefield, which is this entire thing, under its owner's control. So now it stays down here, and now they cannot destroy this unless they have something that kills an enchantment. So these are all, this is an artifact. As you can tell where it says right here, it says artifact. These say enchantment, enchantment. This one is an artifact, so we have a bunch of those. But I don't really know what that guy's deck was trying to do. I'm still kind of confused. So let's go ahead and play one more, and then I think that's pretty cool, just so I can show you how everybody gets to play. We got, we did, what we do, black, so we got to kill stuff. White, we got to, we're doing life gain. We're gaining life. We're exiling cards. Which is pretty nice to have, especially if your opponent has no way to kill or destroy enchantments or artifacts. They're kind of up poop creek with no paddle. This is a good starting hand. We can get this. I love having this hexproof card. They cannot target me whatsoever if I have this card up. This right here is essentially what it is worth. We have common, which is black. We have this gray color, which is uncommon cards. We have this one, which is gold, that is rare. And then I don't have any mythic rares. Mythic rares are orange cards. I need to press play, my bad. Let's go ahead and give the guy a hello. Sweet. I would really like another land so we can hopefully play this 1 mana card as well as this 2 mana card. Come on, perfect. That's exactly what we needed. However, okay, this has to be... Ah, he's a life gain deck as well. Cool, cool. Prevent all non-combat damage that we dealt to you or other creatures. So anytime a creature comes in, his creatures cannot attack at all. They're going to come in tapped, so they can't even do anything. They can't block because they're not straight up and down. They are tapped, which means they are not in use. And every time they play a creature, I'm going to gain life. Go ahead and gain me some life, please. Excuse me. So this will be interesting, because this card is going to gain life every time. So we're going to go hog wild. I'm going to attack with everything. This next one. Except the problem is with this card right here, now whenever we attack, he's got this blocker here. Because now it is not tapped anymore. So he's probably not going to do anything. Whenever they say non-combat damage, that is essentially any kind of damage that comes toward us that is not an instant or sorcery, and he gave up. I think he knew the writing was on the wall, that he was not going to win that. This deck is actually doing pretty good for one that I just made up on the fly. Life Gain's a pretty easy type of deck to play. They're not that complicated. So especially for like beginning players of Magic, you definitely want to play something like these because these are easier kind of decks to play. So I think we'll go ahead and leave it there. I think we learned a lot. I still need to make another video on our last color, which is green. Let me see what we're dealing with. 34 minutes. Hey, let's go ahead and make a green deck. That we have all of the other colors taken care of. So now we can have every color taken care of. And then we can actually let's go to the store real quick. Let's use our coins. So whenever you play this game, you can gain coins to buy packs. You're just buying digital packs, essentially. So we're going to get 3 packs for this 3,000. So let's go ahead and pay for those, huh? So anytime you buy your 10th one, you get a bonus pack. So now we got 5 of these to open up. I'm just going to open up them all. When you get to the end, all your mythic and mythic rares will be revealed. If you get any mythic rares. See, we did not get any mythic rares. We got all rares, which is fine. So anytime you got that gold, that is a rare. So, not too bad. Let's go ahead and go to decks. We will get rid of this one. So green is essentially just playing cards that are big cards, or creatures that get real big, as well as ramp spells. Ramp spells, essentially, see if it'll do anything. Green. Lets you find cards and gain mana easily. So we want... We're going to make a landfall deck anyway, so let's just go ahead and make 3 of those. So we want... add mana, or do we want... Let's make the keywords search library. Here we go. Something like this. Something like this. And then we want... let's see... wagon. Yep. Okay. Or a board. We want... So, the thing with landfall decks, we're actually going to use these instead. I like these. The thing with landfall decks, what you want, essentially, we'll get rid of this. We want colorless mana right here. So we want cards like, for example, Demolition Field. This allows us to destroy opponents' lands. And it also lets us search our library to add another mana. So we're going to put 4 of these colorless in here. You basically want these cards for landfall. So landfall is a trigger where anytime you play a land, it'll do a special effect. So you want cards like these where they let you play this card and it counts as a land. And on that exact same turn, you can sacrifice this to draw a new land and put it onto the battlefield. Therefore, you get 2 triggers. So it triggers off 2 separate times for anyone that has landfall. So that's why you want to play a lot of these. So very cool. So when I make this, I'm going to try and figure out how to, let's say, how do I say it? How do I want to make a link. Well, we could do this one. That's fine. We're going to sacrifice this, give us another land. So we're going to play this bad boy next. This card gets out of control. So whenever you play a land, it'll double the number of counters on here. So next time we play this card... No, he's not drawing very well. Any card that has trample, that will go... So right here, he's got a power of 1. It's not going to get through this because he has his defense of 3. But if he had extra defense, any trample damage that you get, it's going to get... Oh, this is going to be a good turn. So it doubles its counters. So any excess, so he's got 8 trample. What they have, essentially, it would do 5 excess damage, because 8 minus 3 is 5, if he were to block with that. If a card doesn't have trample, it's in trouble, because you can essentially block it with anything, even if it has a strength of like 100. And as long as this card doesn't have trample... Ooh, that's pretty cool. I like that land. So he's probably going to block with both of those. He's doing a double block, and it's only got a toughness of 2, so it's going to kill him, essentially. But that's okay, because we're going to play this card next, I think. Wow, poor guy. He's not drawing any lands whatsoever. So even if he blocks with this, it's got a trample 17, 17 minus 3. Unless he's got something, yeah, he's dead. He did. Down to minus 7. So as you can see, green can get out of control fast, but if they're playing a deck that's like black, essentially, what they can do is destroy all your creatures that have trample. So going back to trample, how it works. It's got this black keyword. A creature with trample can deal excess combat damage to the player it's attacking. So as you can tell right here, if you were to block with this creature, and I had 17, you would do 17 minus 3, which is 14. So it would do 14 excess damage. If this does not have trample, and it was a 17 out of 17, and he used this to block this, none of the excess damage goes over. So it's basically called a chump block is what they call it. So it would essentially hit this creature, and even if it has power 100 over 100, none of it goes through because it does not have trample. So that's why you want to kind of have cards like same thing for this one. If this guy gets out of control real fast, but if he doesn't have trample, which he does not, anytime you attack with this, as long as they have a chump blocker here, it's not going to do any excess damage. So as you can tell, this one's got the orange. This card is pretty popular right here, this Aura board. It's a mythic rare right here. So as you can tell, it's got the orange, so mythic rare. So at the beginning of combat on your turn, you put X +1/+1 counters, which is where it says 17. That's a counter. 1 is a 17. So you put X +1/+1, where X is this creature's power. So if this has a power of 4, it is going to put 4 more counters on this Mossborn Hydra. So it would be, let's see, 18, 19, 20, 21. So it would be a 21, 21. However, if I were to play a land with this as a 21, 21, it's going to automatically go up to a 42, 42. Because the landfall is whenever you play a land, you double the number of +1/+1 counters on this creature. So as you can tell, it gets out of control, and it's extremely strong because it has this trample. So excess damage can go right on through whatever creature they use to block, and it goes right to the player. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Now that you have a little better idea, if you have any questions about how it works, I can go over more in detail in the comments, so please don't hesitate to ask. Basically, I just want to do these videos so people can see how they work. So feel free to download these download these this Magic Arena. Feel free. It's totally worth it, I think, even if you can get some practice. You don't have to pay any money. Everything's pretty much free because you get free packs. You can put in... Let's go to here real quick. Let's go to the store, okay? So if we go to the store, we can go to this packs, and you can tell right here it's going to cost money. So anytime you pay this money right here, which is all free, you can essentially do these little tasks at the bottom. So it says right here, oh, my bad. Let's go back to the home. My apologies. So now if I finish this out, I'm going to get 500. Now if you get up to 1,000, you can go to the store and buy one of these packs for 1,000. So you don't have to put any money towards the game or whatsoever. You don't have to. You can. It's a total option, but not necessary. Just want to get this video out so people can play some more Magic, and hopefully you guys can learn some more things. Like I said, if you have any more questions, please feel free to put your questions down in the comments, and I will do what I can to help you guys out. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching. This concludes learning all the Magic, so I hope you guys learned something. Let me know what you think, and I enjoyed watching, so please feel free to go ahead and leave that like. It'd be greatly appreciated. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one, and thank you for watching.